It's my birthday in a week, remember? Lily yelled while running down the hall. So I know, I have a surprise for you though, she told Lily. What is it? She said while jumping up and down from her seat. We are going to Japan for your birthday like you've always wanted, she explained while waving 4 little plane tickets in the air. Really awesome. Thank you so much, Mum, she yelled while running back down the hall to tell her brother and sister. Lily had a sister and a brother named Grace and Jack. They were a family of 5, as Grace being 7, Jack being 12, and Lily being 10. They were a very adventurous family. When are we going? They both squealed with excitement. Their mum heard them ask Lily, but Lily got so caught up with their excitement that she forgot to ask when. But their mum yelled back that they were leaving tomorrow, so you better get packing. So that's what they did. The next morning, all the kids got up early to leave. They got everything ready and jumped into the car to drive to the airport. Their dad didn't like the drive there because the whole time they kept on saying, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" like all kids do. When they arrived to the Melbourne airport, they got all checked in with their passports. It was 5 minutes before they were going up into the sky, but Grace was scared since it was her first time on a plane this big. Her heart was beating really fast and her palms were sweaty. She was holding onto the armrest really tight. The flight attendant spoke through the speakers, which made her sound a bit like a robot. She said they were leaving for liftoff. That's when the planes did circles around the track until the plane started to get faster by the second. The small black wheels went up, and up they went into the sky. Jack and Lily were fascinated by the view they could see as the ground getting further away and everything turned to miniature size. But Grace was not even tempted to look out. And just then everything went dark. And all of them looked out the window, even Grace. All they could see was white. But what was it, they thought? They were going through a cloud, that's what it was. They popped up above it and they could see the clouds and the beautiful view down below. The clouds looked like fairy floss but white. By now Grace isn't afraid and she's having a really good time. As they landed at the Japan airport, they got their bags, but Grace's bag wasn't there, and it would have been easy to see because it was very girly and bright. It would have stand out from the other bags because the rest were dull colours, usually black and grey. Hers wasn't like any other bags because hers was bright pink with silver sparkles and purple gems and had blue gel glitter which wrote her name in capital letters. They were going up to the flight attendant to see where Grace's bag was and to see if they had it. Grace felt a tap on her shoulder. "Is this your bag?" a kind lady asked. "Yes, thank you so much," Grace said while thanking her again. "No problem," she said while walking away in the distance. Everything was perfect now. That Grace had a sparkly bag, but then it hit them. There was a problem they didn't even think about. They had never been to Japan, so that meant they didn't know how to get around, and because none of them spoke Japanese and none of the Japanese could speak English, they would have to find their own way around the hard way. So they just drove around the whole time trying to look for their hotel. It went back and forth, until they came across it. They wondered why they hadn't seen it before because it was one of the biggest buildings there. They went and booked themselves in. They were on the second top floor, which was very high. They had to get up there in an elevator, which went really fast. It blocked their ears, which the kids didn't like. They had to yawn every 2 seconds to unblock them. It only took them 7 seconds to get up, which is quite fast since there were 101 floors. When they went in, they had to swipe their card, which was the key to unlock the room. When they got inside, they felt like movie stars because their room was amazing and the view was spectacular. When they had enough from checking out their room, they went back down to the bottom floor to check out Japan. All the people at Japan were so nice and helpful. Because they were only staying for 3 days, they had to stay on their feet all day if they wanted to get all the stuff done in time. Jack wanted to go to the water park, Grace wanted to go shopping, and Lily wanted to go on the roller coaster. But because it was Lily's birthday, they got to go on the roller coaster first. They walked on the roller coaster because it wasn't far from where they were. When they finished on the roller coaster, which was amazing, well, that's what Lily thought. The others were terrified though. They went to the shopping mall and then the water park. They did one thing on each day. The days went fast and they all didn't want to leave because it was amazing there and they had the most fun they've had in years. The food was amazing, the people and the views, anything you could think of, but they had to leave. While packing their bags to leave, they heard on the radio that everyone in Japan had to stay there for a few more days because there was a delay on the planes. They all jumped up and down screaming because they were all happy they got to stay longer. So they all unpacked and decided to watch some TV since it was night time. As they were changing the channels back and forth, they heard on the news that everyone in Japan that is stuck there because the planes have been delayed to get up high into a safe place because the volcano is going to erupt tomorrow and there is going to be a lot of hot lava. We can't be here when that thing erupts, Dad panicked. I'm too young to die, the kids screamed at each other. Everyone pack your bags, we're going to the airport, Dad demanded. But we only just unpacked them, Jack explained. Do you want to live? It's your choice, Dad questioned in a mean voice. They all jumped in the car and drove to the airport to see if they could get a flight home. Aren't you going just a little bit fast? Mum hesitated. No, I'm certainly not, Dad said angrily. They turned on the radio and there was more breaking news. The volcano was going to erupt today, not tomorrow, and in less than 30 minutes. So everybody take cover. When their dad heard that, he slammed his foot down and went 100 times faster. Dad, the cops are behind us. You need to slow down, Lily screamed. He pulled over to the side of the road. The cop came over to him and told him that he was going 50 k's over the speed limit. He gave their dad a fine. I'm not taking a ticket, he said with attitude. Well, yes you are. You have no reason to be speeding in the first place, the officer grumbled. Yes, I do. Didn't you hear on the news the volcano is going to erupt in less than 30 minutes, and if you keep me here any longer, we'll both die from it, he yelled. Don't try to fool me, mister, the officer growled. Then they heard a grumble, like a grumble you get in your stomach but 1,000 times louder. Then it went again, and then boom, lava shot out from the top, and it went into the sky. There was flames shooting in every direction. Even though the volcano was far away, they could feel the heat heating up on their cheeks. Everyone was screaming in terror. The lava was pouring out, and it was coming out really fast, and it was getting really close. Everyone down to the beach and jump into the water. It won't be able to burn you in the water, somebody screamed. Everyone was in the beach. It was very squishy, like sardines in a can. The lava was on the beach now, and all the houses and everything was burnt down. Japan was ruined. It looked like a tip. The lava got into the water, and it was burning the people that were up on the shore. Then they felt a huge gush of wind. They all looked up and they saw thousands of planes. They all threw ladders down and screamed, "Get on!" Everyone grabbed hold of them. Mum, Dad, Lily, Jack and Grace got flown to the nearest airport out of Japan. The planes got fixed and they got flown back to where they live. Everyone was safe and happy except for the Japans. All their belongings got burnt, all their houses, buildings, personal belongings, and all their shops and great speeches. But lucky for them, people saw what happened on the news and decided to raise money to build Japan up to how it was. They raised $15 million and Japan now is back to normal, and with the leftover money they built more shops and special features that makes Japan what it is today. Thank you for watching my adventure narrative.